In the world of golf, there is one shot that everyone wants to be able to hit. And no matter how many times that shot is hit, they go, wow, or they get super excited. That golf shot is the parachute shot, the flop shot, the high shot that lands super soft and doesn't roll too much, the shot that gets you out of trouble. The one problem is though, is that people struggle to hit that shot because there is a lot that can go wrong. But today, I'm going to teach you how to hit that shot in 3 simple steps.
And if you stick around to the end of the video, I'll give you an extra 3 tips to help you hit the shot even better.
So before we get into the flop and the parachute shot, whatever you like to call it, if you've got a different name for it, leave it in the comment section below actually. Why would you hit this shot and when would you hit this shot? So we're going to walk through that now. This shot is designed to get up in the air and land soft and not roll too much. Designed to get over stuff. So that means when you've left yourself short side of a bunker, when you've got a big mound to go over, when you haven't got much green to work with. Now, why are you going to hit this shot? The main reason is you just want it to land soft. That is the main reason. You can generate height, but you need the softness of the landing, okay? So now we understand why and when you would hit it. The first thing you're going to want to do to be able to hit this golf shot is learn to get the ball straight up in the air. Now, what do we know in golf that does that for us? So the more lofted the club is, the easier the ball gets up in the air, right? We all know that. So we're going to take our most lofted club. For me, is my 58. And if you was to hit a normal shot, it would go pretty high, but we want to get it right up in the air, don't we? We always want to throw it like this and let it land soft. So tip number 1 is we're actually going to open the face. Instead of having the club closed like so, we're actually going to open it more, giving ourselves more loft and allowing us to hit the ball straight up in the air. So now we've got the club face open, this will actually give us a higher ball flight. Like so. You see where it was? It went straight up, didn't travel very far, I still hit a full swing, but it went up in the air. And that's simply because the face was moved slightly open. So just in case you don't know, open will be like this, square will be like this, close will be like this. It's very, very simple. Let me also show you from down the line. So when you actually do this shot, this is going to be very, very scary. So like I said, that's a square club face, but we're going to open it. Now, we're going to get onto step 2 in a minute, but as we open the club face, we just add more and more loft. And as we add more and more loft, we get it right up in the air. It's that simple. It's very scary, but open the club face is tip number 1. So for tip number 2, you're going to have to actually allow for the face being open. Obviously, now we've opened up the face to get more height, the face is actually pointing further to the right. So it means the ball will start a little bit further to the right of our target. So as you can see here, we're very parallel, but we've opened the face now. So now the face is actually pointing outwards towards the middle of that green, where we want to go to the white flag. So what we actually have to do to allow for this is to move our feet position. So now we're aiming further left, as you can see. This also allows us to come across it whilst holding the club face open and let the ball lift up in the air and go towards our target. Very, very, very important you do this. Otherwise you will start, I don't want to say in this video, but you will start hitting the shanks and missing the target to the right. Now we've got ourselves aiming left of target, we've got the club face open, we can now go ahead and make that big aggressive swing and loft the ball up in the air. Like so. Now from down the line, you're not going to be able to see too much, but you will be able to see how open the face is and how aggressive I can be with this swing. I've hit a full swing and it's gone 15 yards. Tip number 3 in how to hit the parachute and flop shot is to make sure the face stays open throughout the golf swing. So what you'll find is a lot of people, when they hit this shot, they'll have the club face open, then on the way through, they'll turn the club face back square and they'll hit the ball a country mile. And it will go so far because they put so much aggression and pace into that swing that it will not travel the short distance it's meant to. So for this, what you're going to do, this is going to be a feel factor. You're going to swing back, you're going to get the club face open, and you're just going to learn to hold. And when I say hold, you're going to let your body turn and your arms kind of follow, okay? So you're not going to let the face close up, you're going to hold the face open, and through the golf ball, you want the club face pointing to the sky. Because if the club face is pointing to the sky, what does that mean for you? The ball's going to the sky. There's only one way the ball can go, and that's straight up. So through the golf ball, you're going to take your practice swings, you're going to hit your shots, and you're going to practice with the club finishing up here, out in front of you with the club face pointing to the sky. This should allow you to keep the face open at all times. So when you put all this together, this is what you should be left with. A full swing that was so aggressive, it didn't even get to the green. I've literally hit that. Let me count it for you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 yards I've hit that with a full out, fully committed swing. And you'll be able to do this too. It's going to take some time to get used to how far the ball goes, how high it goes, how hard you have to hit it, what lies you can hit it off. But this is going to be the shot you can show your friends, you can show off with, because everyone loves this shot, and it will come in useful.
So let's take a quick rerun of our top 3 tips to hit the flop shot. Number 1 is open the face. Get more loft, get the ball up in the air, and time to hit the flop shot. Step number 2 is aiming further left. After opening the club face in step number 1, you're going to want to aim a little bit further left to compensate for the face being open and pushing the golf ball to the right. And step number 3 is to make sure you hold the club face open all the way through the golf shot, all the way to the follow through, making sure you have the club face open at all times. Now, time for 3 extra tips if you've made it this far.
So there are a few key pointers, little add-ons which I'm going to give you here, what you need to look for before you can hit the flop shot, or why you should be hitting a flop shot. So number 1, how easy is this shot? Are you using the flop shot because you need to, or because you fancy hitting something fancy? If you're just doing it to hit a fancy shot, it's probably best you don't take the flop shot and you just chip the 9 iron, or you chip the 8 iron, or the wedge up there, okay? You also need to look out for the lie. It's key to remember that if you're playing off a bald lie, like not so much the dirt, but the really tight grass, that the golf club is going to really struggle to get underneath the grass and underneath the ball. Whereas if you're in a lie like this where the ball is sitting up, the club face will come underneath and pop the ball up a lot easier. So making sure you check the lie is crucial. And then the last part is checking what is around the green. Is there any trouble short of it? Is there any trouble long of it? Lastly is the commitment to the shot. If you are not committed to the shot and you are not going to fully hit it as hard as you can and as aggressive as you can, do not attempt it. Just don't attempt it. It's not worth it. This shot needs 100% trust, 100% commitment to hit the ball up in the air and to get it to land softly. So there you have it. Hopefully you have enjoyed today's video. If you have, please smash the thumbs up, subscribe if you are new, turn that notification bell on, and as always, tune in every Sunday and every weekday at 7 p.m. to watch a brand new video on the channel. And as always, everyone, stay chopping.